God had a message to deliver, and Ezekiel was chosen for the job. Ezekiel, whose name means God strengthens, was called to prophesy after he received visions from God in which the heavens were opened and the divine glory of the Lord shone so brightly that when Ezekiel saw it, he fell on his face in awe and worship. Hello, this is Lisa Moore from the Christian Kitchen Table with this week's Sip of the Word. God commissioned Ezekiel to be a watchman on the wall for the house of Israel, to blow a trumpet of warning to an unrepentant people about the danger of the Lord's impending judgment. The same commission he gives to us. In Mark 16:15, Jesus commands, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation." As God's watchmen, we are to sound the alarm, warning an unrepentant world about the danger of rejecting God's gift of salvation, choosing instead to live in rebellion and disobedience. The task appointed to Ezekiel wasn't an easy one. He was to share prophecies of destruction to an already suffering people. The task God appoints to us isn't an easy one either. The message he wants delivered isn't any more popular or well received today than it was in ancient times. But even so, we are to walk in obedience to the Lord. Even knowing beforehand that the house of Israel wouldn't listen to or heed his warnings, Ezekiel still did all that God asked him to do and spoke every word God placed on his lips. Ezekiel's job, as is ours, was to obey and leave all of the results to the Lord. But Ezekiel wasn't going it alone. Because he was obedient to God, the hand of the Lord was upon the prophet, strengthening him for the job at hand. "Behold, I have made your face as hard as their faces, and your forehead as hard as their foreheads. Like emery harder than flint, I have made your forehead. Do not be afraid of them, or be dismayed before them, though they are a rebellious house." Ezekiel 3:8-9. God gives strength to all who obey him, and never commands us to do anything without giving us the ability to accomplish his will. In our roles as watchmen, we are charged with climbing the walls of society and shouting God's message to all who will hear. A message not only of judgment, but one of love and salvation. So how about you? Are you willing to be God's watchman on the wall? At your post, sounding God's warning to the world? Are you ready, able, and reporting for duty? This is Lisa Moore from the Christian Kitchen Table saying, "The grass may wither and the flower may fade, but the word of our God will stand forever."